If you are tired of paying massive monthly bills just to use premium AI models for your coding setup, you need to check out this project. Today we're looking at something that is going to save you a ton of time, and the best part is it's completely free. No hidden trials, no credit cards required, just pure value you can start using right after this video. Now, something really important you need to know, Kimchi plays nicely with external tools like OpenCode, Cursor, OpenClaw, and Claude Code. So I tried configuring it directly with Claude Code, but when I ran it, I immediately ran into a frustrating 402 error saying my credits were exhausted. But my dashboard clearly showed that I still had my free $50. Well, it turns out there is a reason for this. The team just put out an update in their Discord on July 13th to clear things up. They mentioned that if you are using the free promotional credits, you can actually only use them via Kimchi's own terminal agent, which is called the Kimchi harness. This means you cannot route those free credits through third-party tools like Claude Code or Cursor right out of the gate. If you are curious about how it works under the hood, it is a fully open source project. You can go straight to their GitHub repo and check out the code yourself. Alright, first things first, we need to grab an API key. Just click Start Free on the home page. Signing up is super easy because you can just use your GitHub, Google, or Hugging Face account. If you prefer to keep things separate, you can always just type in your email address. Once you log in, you are greeted by the homepage overview, which shows you exactly how to install Kimchi. If you look at the left menu, there is a dedicated section to analyze your usage with a detailed breakdown. You can toggle a switch to view live data. Since this is a new account, we do not have any data yet, but you can click View Demo to see how it looks. It populates a mock-up dashboard visualizing API requests, input tokens, output tokens, and all the metrics you want to monitor. Every single item in this menu has its own custom data graph report, so you can keep a close eye on your consumption. Now let's talk about the models. Over in this menu, they give you instant access to serverless models like Kimi, MiniMax, and Nemotron. What if you already have credits with another LLM provider? That is where things get interesting. You can add external providers by picking the service, giving it an alias name, and dropping in your API key. You can even fill in the remaining credit from that provider so Kimchi can calculate exactly how much money you are saving. Right next to that, you will find the models section. I highly recommend checking the models you plan to use here. It makes it incredibly easy to switch between them later on when you are coding. And for those of you who want complete control over your data, they also support self-hosted models. This means you can run open source AI models entirely within your own local infrastructure. Now, the first important thing is to create an API key. So let's go over to the profile menu, click on API keys, and just hit that Create API Key button. You can name it whatever you like. Just keep in mind, once you create it, the key will never show up again. So copy it, put it somewhere safe, and we'll use it later on. And never share your key with anyone. I'll definitely be deleting mine after this video. Alright? Next up, we need to install the Kimchi agent. Let's click on Windows here. So we're required to install WSL, which is the Windows subsystem for Linux. I'm going to click right here for the instructions. First thing, we need to run this command in PowerShell or CMD. Once that's completed, we have to reboot the system. But yeah, even after the reboot, you're still going to see this error. Don't worry, you just need to run this next command to install a specific Linux distribution. When that's done, run WSL in PowerShell to sign into Linux, and then we can finally grab Kimchi using this command. Now we just wait for it to install depending on your internet connection. Alright, perfect. I actually want to work with Kimchi inside a specific project folder, so I'm going to launch a new PowerShell window right in my directory, enter Linux mode, and run Kimchi. Since this is the first time setup, I'm just going to leave everything as default. Let's just hit enter. Now that Kimchi is installed, this dialog box pops up with some info. You can just press D to dismiss it. Okay, so here are the options to sign into Kimchi authentication. Since we already created our API key, let's use the arrow keys to select Kimchi API key. And this is where we need to paste it. So copy your key, paste it right here and hit enter. This next one is the endpoint URL. It already has a default value, so just hit enter again. This is asking about a workflow, but I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. And there we go. Now we can actually chat with Kimchi. I'm going to test with simple hello. If you want to change the model, just type /model. It's going to list all the available models right here. I'm gonna choose MiniMax M3. Now I already made a prompt to build a to-do app, and yeah, I'll share the prompt and leave a link down in the description below. The MiniMax M3 model got a socket disconnection because of a timeout. That's fine. I just switched over to Kimi K2.7 using the exact same prompt and it works great. If I go into my project directory now, we'll see a single HTML file. Let's launch it with vscode. If we scroll from top to bottom, this is totally around 1,000 lines of code. So let's launch it with live server to see how it looks. As you can see, this is a really modern app. We can even switch it to dark mode. It has many options. For example, if I note down something to do like go to the barbershop, we can attach a label, set the priority, select a date, sort by date, edit the task, or check it off as completed. Now, if we look at the Kimchi dashboard overview, we can see the model usage, the total cost, and a breakdown of the user requests. Here is my remaining credit for this month. You can click right here to see the detailed info. Okay guys, just a quick heads up, I don't really recommend using these free models for production or client code, so use them at your own risk. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos about AI guides and programming tutorials without the missing single video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This is Cambo Tutorial, and I will see you in the next video.